Well, there's always been groups of people that never could see eye to eye, but I always thought if they ever had a chance to sit down and talk face to face, they might realize they got a lot in common. Well, I was sitting in a coffee shop, just having a cup to pass the time, swapping rodeo stories with this old cowboy friend of mine, when some motorcycle riders started snickering in the back and started poking fun at my friend's hat. And one old boy said, "Hey Tex, where'd you park your horse?" My friend just pulled his hat down low, but they couldn't be ignored. One husky fella said, "I think I'll rip that hat right off your head." That's when my friend turned around and this is what he said. "You'll ride a black tornado across the western sky, roping old blue norther and milk it till it's dry. Bulldog the Mississippi, pin its ears down flat, long before you take this cowboy's hat." Now, partner, this old hat's better left alone. See, it used to be my daddy's, but last year he passed on. My nephew skinned the rattler that makes up this old hat band, but back in '69 he died in Vietnam. Now the eagle feather was given to me by an Indian friend of mine, but someone ran him down somewhere around that Arizona line, and a real special lady gave me this hat pin, but I don't know if I'll ever see her again. You'll ride a black tornado across the western sky, roping old blue norther and milk it till it's dry. Bulldog the Mississippi, and its ears down flat, long before you take this cowboy's hat. Now, if your leather jacket means to you what this hat means to me, then I guess we understand each other and we'll just let it be. But if you still think it's funny, man, you got my back up against the wall, and if you touch my hat, you're gonna have to fight us all. Well, right then I caught a little sadness in that gang leader's eyes, and he turned back to the others, and they all just kind of shuffled on outside. But when my friend turned back towards me, I noticed his old hat brim, well, it was turned up in a big old Texas grin. You'll ride a black tornado across the western sky, roping old blue norther and milk it till it's dry. Bulldog the Mississippi, and its ears down flat, long before you take this cowboy's hat.
Fires, coffee from a tin cup in my hand, sure warms the fingers when it's cold. Picking this old guitar, a friend I understand, and sure smooth the wrinkles in my soul. In the moonlight with a blanket for a bed leaves such a peaceful feeling in my mind. Waking in the morning with an eagle overhead makes me long to fly away before my time. And I think God must be a cowboy at heart. He made wide open spaces from the start. He made grass and trees and mountains and a horse to be a friend, and trails to lead old cowboys home again. The nightlife in big cities is all right for a while, can sure make you feel good when you're there. But the country's so pretty, it goes on and on for miles, takes away my troubles and my cares. And I think God must be a cowboy at heart. He made wide open spaces from the start. He made grass and trees and mountains and a horse to be a friend, and trails to lead old cowboys home again, and trails to lead old cowboys home again.
I'm just a working man's dollar in the pocket of his old blue jeans. I ain't like my Wall Street brother, he's in a bank so shiny and clean. Well, I'm faded and I'm wrinkled, tattered and stained with sweat, but I'm the first one called when Uncle Sam needs a hand with the national debt. I've been wages for the farmhand, driving an old John Deere. I've been laid on a bar in a tavern to buy a working man an ice cold beer. I've been tipped to a truck stop waitress, tape her eye was torn, and in the hand of a child I was laid on a plate in a church on a Sunday morning. Well, they say I'm the root of all evil, I bring lust, power, and greed, but this working man's dollar only buys the things a working man really needs. Well, they say I'm worth about 50 cents in this modern inflated age, but don't tell that to the young man slaving to make it on a minimum wage. Well, that single working mother, she's been scraping to make ends meet, to make a house a home and keep food on the table and shoes on her baby's feet. Well, I know my days are numbered, I'm getting threadbare and wearing thin, and they'll replace me with another, but I'd do it all again, 'cause I've seen this great big country pass from hand to calloused hand, and I've got to say that I'm mighty proud that I belong to the working man. Well, they say I'm the root of all evil, I bring lust, power, and greed, but this working man's dollar only buys the things a working man really needs.
Rusty spurs are hanging from a nail there on the wall. Cold winds are blowing and the snow begins to fall. Old man a dreaming in his rocking chair, thinking about the days gone by, wishing he was there. He used to rodeo and ride a mighty fine. Now he's old and crippled, but he rides on in his mind. And I can tell, rodeo, you're doing the same to me. I feel like I'm 50, but I'm only 23. Rodeo, you take a boy and make a man so tall, drink his youth and cast him by the way. What's he gonna do now that he's through, but sit and dream about the good old days? Old picture album he keeps there by his side holds cherished memories of broncs he used to ride. He thinks about his old friends and where they are today. Are they still living or have they passed away? Rodeo, you take a boy and make a man so tall, drink his youth and cast him by the way. What's he gonna do now that he's through, but sit and dream about the good old days? Rodeo, you take a boy and make a man so tall, drink his youth and cast him by the way. What's he gonna do now that he's through, but sit and dream about the good old days?
I wore the clothes you liked. You said they gave me that look. I even tried to like the food I know you like to cook. I parted my hair on the left, I carried your arm on the right. I slept late in the morning and I stayed out late at night. I can't give any more of my soul away and still look myself in the mirror every day. I can't change any more of what makes me be myself and still have enough left not to be somebody else. I'm not demanding as a man, just asking you love me for what I am. Tried hard not to say the things you don't like to hear, and when to you it was apropos, I nibbled on your ear. I opened the door up for you, I kept my big mouth shut. Well, I've been going down while you've been going up. I can't give any more of my soul away myself and still have enough left not to be somebody else. I'm not demanding as a man, just asking you, love me for what I am. No, I can't give any more of my soul away and still look myself in the mirror every day. I can't change any more of what makes me be myself and still have enough left not to be somebody else. I'm not demanding as a man, just asking you